Well, happy Friday, Cultural Confederates. And you know what that means? Time for another Oddly Friday News episode. And thank you again for watching, subscribing, being a part of this thing called the Culture Confederacy. And sorry that I haven't been posting this week. I've had some things happen. I blew out the back tire on my bike last week. Well, I couldn't find the right tire for it. It's been sitting in the shop. It's been raining buckets. I left my ATM card at Walgreens this week. Had to go pick that up yesterday. I'm planning this trip to California at the end of the month. So it's been a busy week. So let's get to this. Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert are the latest to defend Jimmy Kimmel after Kimmel was canceled by ABC over his comments regarding Charlie Kirk, where he accused MAGA of profiting from Kirk's death and characterizing Kirk's assassin, MAGA, characterizing Kirk's assassin as one of them, or trying to say that he's not one of them, accusing MAGA or this assassin of being part of MAGA. NOLA.com, here's the irony for you. Silver statue of Abraham Lincoln stolen from the Hummus House Plantation in Darrow, Louisiana. I'm not making this up. Let me repeat that again. A silver statue of Abraham Lincoln stolen from a plantation in Louisiana. Now, the Moody sculpture was made by John Gutson de la Moth Borglum, who's the same guy that did Mount Rushmore. And 3 people have been arrested in connection to the theft. Now, the statue is valued at about $166,000, weighs roughly about 65 pounds. Apparently, they smashed a window to take the statue, as I said, worth over $166,000. And it involved, get this, 2 males, 1 black, 1 white, and 1 white female. Yahoo News, Botox injections are trending in Afghanistan, with more cosmetic surgery clinics opening in the nation's capital of Kabul. Now, these facilities have been decked out with fake chandeliers, velvet sofas, and they're bringing in foreign doctors, including mostly from Turkey. And they have these internship programs. So they send people from Afghanistan to Istanbul and people from Istanbul to Afghanistan to Kabul. So Botox injections, on the rise in Afghanistan and Kabul. And Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes have a new mascot. This is over at the AP. A live 700-pound bison that goes by the name Ralphie 7. How would you like to get in the ring with that one? And teenagers Wu and Tang have been arrested for apparently urinating at into a Shanghai restaurant, one of their locations, one of their hot pots. Now, their parents have also been questioned about this, or been fined. And they took turns relieving themselves as they filmed each other. Now, this happened in apparently a private room at one of these restaurants as they relieve themselves from a table. And finally, a mysterious envelope from Czechoslovakia's founding father has been found. The country's first president, Tomáš Garrigue Masaryk, I believe it is. His family was unaware of the artifact's existence, and it was unveiled for the first time during a live broadcast, I believe, today, Friday. Now, it was thought to contain these final thoughts, or what have you, dictated by his son Jan about 90 years ago. But inside the envelope, they found a yellow envelope, so another envelope, yellow envelope, that contained 5 pages of notes in Czech and English, but we're doubtful that it actually dates from 1937, or the date in question. So that is the latest on our Oddly Friday News segment. Hope you enjoyed it. Another one-take type. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. And let me know where you're watching the channel from. Don't know if you're watching. I had a person contact me from Wales, of all places. So let me know. Are you watching over in Wales or England? Are you watching down south? But it is a lot of fun doing this channel. And give me some ideas. Things that we could talk about here on the channel. As you know, we talk about the news of the day, preserving great art, music, history, and culture. I'm just a regular guy out here. I don't have any ego. I don't take sides. What you see is what you get. But I do have to say this. This issue of free speech. Here's my belief about this. The FCC should not be dictating speech. Their only job should be just to regulate the airwaves as far as radio stations, TV stations, that sort of thing, cable, to make sure that these stations aren't interfering with each other. You have boundaries when you have these stations that are broadcasting. They don't have any interference. But they should not be dictating speech. In fact, my belief is, if you want to say the F word on the radio, you should be able to say the F word on the radio. You should be able to cuss all day long on the radio. And I've heard the argument, well, this is the public airwaves. Okay. Well, that means then that nobody can cuss. Nobody can say the F word. I don't subscribe to using the F word, okay? I try not to use it here on the channel. But what are the public airwaves? Pardon me. They've existed before radio. The old saying goes, radio invented itself. Nobody really invented radio. Radio invented itself. Because it's always been there. Radio waves have always been there. So, to me, this is a futile argument, honestly. But I just think you should be able to say what you want, when you want, and let the chips fall where they may. So, I'm not a fan of Jimmy Kimmel or Stephen Colbert. I think a lot of them are blowhards. They're really not that funny. A lot of people write their jokes for them. But we don't want to go down this road where we're restricting free speech. Now, what's funny about this is the fact that, when George Floyd happened, what were Republicans doing? Republicans were saying the same thing that Jimmy Kimmel was saying about MAGA. Republicans were saying that Democrats were profiting from the death of George Floyd. So what's fair for one should be fair for all. Enough of this BS where you can't say this, you can't say that. Hey, if somebody wants to cuss up a storm on the radio, let them do it. I can guarantee you're going to get 10 times more sponsors. Guaranteed. Well, we don't want our children being exposed to that. Well, then guess what? Turn it to another station. Let the free market decide. Honestly, you let the free market decide. Again, let the chips fall where they may. You'll see who comes out on top. So that's just my 2 cents about that. But thank you for being with me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, another Oddly Friday news segment. But I'll catch you next time. Keep up the culture. God bless, and y'all have a great Friday. Take care.